Well, why should you sell your business? If you've got a nice business that's generating good profits and a good salary and good benefits for you, and it's got some reasonable future, then you have to ask yourself, why would you bother to sell? Well, let me put a couple of possibilities to you. Firstly, very few businesses go on forever. In fact, if we look at the failure rates of businesses, it's actually quite high. In the first few years of a startup venture, about 50% of businesses are going to fail. And even those businesses over 10 years old, they still have a 1 or 2% chance of total failure. But a business may simply get into trouble. And with market changes and new competitors and new technology, perhaps upgrades to equipment that are required, you may simply put yourself into a position where you're stretched too thin and not able to continue with the business. There's no guarantee that the business won't end up in a fire sale, or that it may be sufficiently disrupted that you're not able to continue with the business, or your personal circumstances may be such that you can't spend 24/7 on the business, that aged parents or children, spouses may need more attention if you're going to do that part of your life activity well. But I also want you to consider another aspect of value. Have you thought about what your business might be worth on sale and what it might be like to take the capital gain out of the business and invest it, either to start a new business, to put some money aside for your family, or to put some money into a retirement fund? Most business owners simply don't do the calculation. But let me give you an example. Let's say you're earning $200,000 a year, and your next best alternative, working for someone else, is $100,000. So you're going to be worse off by $40,000 to $50,000. But let's assume you could sell the business and net after tax, you could walk away with $2 million. 40 years of the differential between working your own business and working for someone else, and not working 7 days a week, but working 9 to 5. So without doing the calculation, it's impossible to determine whether you're ever going to be better off working on a salary. When I looked at some statistics around angel investing in Western economies, what I discovered was that 80% of multimillionaires made their money selling a business. Only 15% made their money through salary, and 5% made their money through inherited wealth. So if you do want to accumulate wealth, then selling a business is certainly the right course for you. Don't forget that if you are any good as an entrepreneur, if you've got the ability to start and grow and sell a business, there's nothing to stop you doing that several times through your working life. If I look at my own experience, for example, I had 4 businesses over 20 years, and each one substantially contributed to wealth accumulation. So, should you sell? At least have a look at the numbers and ask yourself, if you took some money out of this one, could you go and do another one? Or could you simply buy one and develop it? Could you do several of these through your lifetime and simply not have everything at risk in the one that you've got right now? It's well worth considering the possibility of selling the business and taking money off the table.